Okay. Now you should hear me. Check. Come on. Yes. Thank you very much. I was going to flow for I don't know how long in vain. So now, can you hear me, Brother Inspired One? You should hear me. I've checked on my mobile phone. No, okay, that's great. That's great. So, greetings to you, Inspired One. Greetings to you also, Divine Empress Takisha Gill. So, I've shared the link, Kimet Ma'at, that we do for now. I will share the invite link later on for those who want to join the conversation. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's blow this up. There it is. So, some people claim that Prophet Muhammad was black. We can go straight to the Islamic literature. For those who don't know, I will not give a course or a class or a lesson about Islam, but you have the Sunnah. Don't only have the Quran, you have the Hadith, which are um, which are collections of the sayings and the actions of Muhammad and his companions. A lot of things that the Muslims do, say, or believe stems from the Hadith. When it comes to the Hadith, you have classifications: sound Hadith, reliable, good, so on, and you have some who are considered to be weak and even odd or strange. The Hadith that are considered the most reliable have the title, so to speak, of, or that label, so to speak, of Sahih. Sahih can be translated as authentic. You have Sahih Muslim, you have Sahih Bukhari, and others who are considered Sahih, or the collections of hadith, of reports, let's say, that are considered authentic. The collection of hadith that is considered the most authentic worldwide, and you can ask any Orthodox Muslim, it is Sahih Bukhari. It doesn't mean that each and every single Muslims in the planet Earth believes in Sahih Bukhari or consider it next to the Quran, but for most Muslims, for the majority of Muslims, after the Quran, the book that they look up to the most is, or the collection of hadith that they look up to the most is Sahih Bukhari. Greetings to you, Asiatic black man, and greetings to you, Po Hotep. So we're going to go into some of those Sahih. Here, we're going to Sahih Bukhari. And Muhammad is described as a white man. This is the actual part. We're dealing with Sahih 63. Let me see that it is appearing well. That's great. Hadith 63 from Sahih Bukhari. Sometimes, depending on the publishing house, depending on the editor, you might have different reference for a particular hadith. But for the most part, people will be able to find a particular hadith. So we are told Anas bin Malik reported that when a person inquired the companions about the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, they pointed towards him, saying, "This white man," in Arabic that's Rajul Abiyad, reclining on his arm. Here you have the Arabic. This is Hada, this, Al Rajul, man, Al Abiyad, white. I did not make this up. This is Sahih Bukhari. Now, you can see that here is in the chapter entitled The Book of Knowledge, and you have the actual hadith number here, 63. On the left, you have the English translation. On the right, you have the actual Arabic text. And by the way, you know what? I will do it this way. Ahmed described as a white man. You have the direct link to this quote. Now, we're going to another hadith where Muhammad is described as white, and it is still from Sahih Bukhari. This time it is hadith 3544. Okay, hold on. Yes. Narrated Ismail bin Abi Khalid. I heard Abi Juhayfa saying, I saw the Prophet, and Al Hassan bin Ali resembled him. I said to Abu Juhayfa, describe him for me. He said, he was white, and his beard was black with some white hair. He promised to give us 13 young she camels, but he expired before we could get them. And the part where it says he was white, in Arabic that's kana abiyada, and the Arabic is just right there. In black this is kana, and in red this is abiyada. On the bottom here you have the the English translation on the left, and on the right you have the Arabic text. So I will share the link. Hamid described as white. Kana abiyada. And in the meantime, keep your comments going, your questions, your statements, whether you agree or disagree. And if I have time, then I will go through them as I used to, unless we have some people who call in and join us or join me through the invite link that I will share in a little while. Now, we're going to another hadith collection called Sahih Muslim, where Muhammad is described as white. So it's not only Sahih Bukhari. Here you can see this is Sahih Muslim hadith. Now the reference is either hadith 2340 or 6072. Abu at-Tufail reported, I saw the messenger of Allah, and there is no one else on the face of the earth who saw him apart from me. He said to him, how did you see him? He said, he was white and elegant, of average height and build. Just like in Sahih Bukhari, the Arabic for he was white is kana abiyada, and you have the Arabic text once again. So I will share this link, and this time I will type Sahih Muslim Ahmad described as white. By the way, for those people who claim that Prophet Muhammad was black, you can ask them, can you quote a Sahih hadith where he is described as black, not brown, not dark, but black. Some people go as far as saying that he was jet black. You don't need to ask them if they can quote a hadith where he is described as jet black. Just ask them if they can quote a Sahih hadith where he is described as black. Just black, with the word black. And furthermore, you can ask them if they can quote a hadith, even if it is not a Sahih hadith, where he is described as black. Do the test and see what they come up with. Because I am demonstrating. Some people say demonstration beats conversation. I am showing and proving. Can they show and prove? Next, still Sahih Muslim. We are told about the white cheek of Prophet Muhammad. Sahih Muslim Hadith. Now the reference is either 1315, 119, or 582. And by the way, I'm sharing the link every time. The previous one was that one. And as usual, you have the English translation on the left, and you have the Arabic text on the right. Because you know how some people get down, try to confuse you, and be slick, talking about this, not the Arabic, blah, blah, blah. So we are dealing with the white cheek of Prophet Muhammad. So the hadith is either 1315, 119, or 582. It was narrated from Amir bin Sa'd that his father said, I used to see the Messenger of Allah saying the salam to his right and his left until I could see the whiteness of his cheek. Here you have the Arabic words for white cheek or whiteness of the cheek. In red, that's for white, in green, that's for cheek. Underneath, you have the English translation on the left and the Arabic text on the right. Okay. So let me share this one as well. Hotel, Brother Blaya, I hope you're doing well. I've received your message. I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I will read it when I'm done with the live stream. I saw the beginning. Thank you for the congratulations and the encouragement, but I did not read it in full yet. So, right cheek of Muhammad. You have noticed, brothers and sisters, that I have forewarned, I have informed the audience, the subscribers, that I will be making that video about the Black Prophet Muhammad hoax. So far, we don't have anyone refuting anything, and it's no surprise. How are they going to refute Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim? So now we are dealing with the white complexion of Muhammad. This is from Sahih Muslim. Hadith 2343 or 6081 or 107. Those three references are here, as you can see, straight from the book. Here, okay. So it says, it was narrated that Abu Juhayfa said, I saw the messenger of Allah with a white complexion and some white hairs. Al-Hassan bin Ali resembled him. The text is here. And the word for white is abiyada, right here in the middle. So let me share this one. Oh, what was going on now? What's going on? My bad. So yes, let me share it now. Something went wrong here. What's going on? What's going on now? How is it now? Okay. So white section. Next, Muhammad was not brown. From Sahih Muslim. I like this one because sometimes, well, so far they never came with a quote where he's described as black. But sometimes they try to come with quotes where he's described as brown. Well, here we have a quote from a Sahih Hadith where he says that he was not brown. That's quite interesting. Not only we don't have any quotes of him being black, but we are told specifically that he was not brown. Sahih Muslim Hadith 2347. You have a couple of other references here, 6089 and 113 from the book. Chapter 31, how long he lived and how long he stayed in Makkah and Al-Madinah. It was narrated that Anas bin Malik said, the messenger of Allah was neither very short, was neither very tall nor short, and he was neither glaringly white nor brown, and his hair was neither very curly nor straight. Allah appointed him when he reached the age of 40, and he stayed in Makkah for 10 years and in Al Madinah for 10 years. Allah caused him to die when he was 60 years old, and there were no more than 20 white hairs in his hair and beard. So here you have the text where it says, Laisa bilabiadi alamhaki wa la bil adami. The word for brown is Adam. The negative in Arabic is la. If you say la in Arabic, it means no. If you say na'am, it's yes. La is the direct opposite of na'am. It should be obvious, but that's just for the record. Beard can be translated as with. You go from one language to another one, it's a bit different. Laisa is a negative also. So it starts by saying there that he was not with some white that was excessive. Hence the translation, he was not glaringly white. Wa means and not with brown. Hence the translation in English, nor brown. It is specifically written there. And one thing on another note, the term alamhak, many times, if you type it on a search engine, you will see that what comes up is very white. Sometimes you will see many pictures of albino. It could be translated as albino white. And that kills completely the claim that abyad means black. It completely kills that theory of linguistic acrobatics and linguistic gymnastics. Because what do some people say? Well, abyad back then didn't mean white. Back then, it meant black. It meant noble. It meant pure character. It meant pure Arabs. Whatever they come up with, they are trying to make us believe that the primary word for white in Arabic, which is abyad, didn't mean black. I'm sorry, didn't mean white back then, but it meant black. And that quote from a Sahih Hadith kills this idea, this hypothesis. So you have the English translation on the left and the Arabic text on the right. So this one is very, greetings Sister Saw the Seed, greetings Sister Teresa Smut. Um, this quote here is a precious one. Muhammad was not in capital, not brown. Ammunitions, brothers and sisters, those people with that Black Muhammad hoax. White thigh of Prophet Muhammad, Sahih Bukhari 371, narrated Abdul Aziz Anas. I'm sorry, narrated Abdul Aziz Anas said, when Allah's messenger invaded Kaaba, we offered the Fashir prayer there when it was still dark. Allah's prophet rode and Abu Talha rode too, and I was riding behind Abu Talha. Allah's prophet passed through the lane of Kaaba quickly, and my knee was touching the thigh of Allah's prophet. Then his thigh was uncovered, and the shift of his izar, which is a waist sheet, was uncovered by the shift of his izar, which is a waist sheet, and I saw the whiteness of the thigh of Allah's prophet. You have the different words. Whiteness is bayadi, which is in red. The word for thigh is fahidi, which is in green. And nabi is for prophet in blue. Finally, Allahi, that's in black. The, the English translation is on the left and the Arabic text is on the right. That is straight from the actual book, the physical book of Sahih Bukhari. So I'm about to share this quote as well. What I of Muhammad. So far, we have a fair bit. Rajul Abiyad, white man. He was white, Kana Abiyada. He was not brown, La Adami. White thigh. That's a fair bit already. But it's not the end, it's not over. We still have some more. White abdomen of Prophet Muhammad. Sahih Bukhari, Hadith 7236, narrated Al Basra bin Azib. The Prophet was carrying earth with us one day of Al Azhab, and I saw that the dust was covering the whiteness of his abdomen. The word for whiteness, bayada, is in red. And the word for abdomen is in green. As usual, the Arabic text on the right and the English translation on the left. So, on top of the white cheek and the white thigh, we have the white abdomen. I'm sharing the link right now. I will let you join the conversation when I'm through with those quotes. There aren't many left, so whoever wants to join in, you will be free to do so. White arms of Prophet Muhammad. This time, it's not Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim. It is Sunan Abu Dawud, Hadith 3206. It was reported from Kathir bin Zaid al-Madani from al-Mutalib, who said, when Uthman bin Mazun died, his janaza was brought out and he was buried. Then the messenger of Allah told the man to bring him a rock, but he could not carry it. So the messenger of Allah stood up and rolled up his sleeves. Kathir said, Al-Mutarib said, the one who informed me of that from the messenger of Allah said, it is as if I can see the whiteness of the forearms of the messenger of Allah when he rolled up in bracket his sleeves. Once again, whiteness is bayadi, and that's in red. And the word for forearms is dirai in green. From the book, you have the Arabic text on the right and the English translation on the left. So on top of the white cheek, on top of the white thigh, on top of the white abdomen, we have white arms or forearms, if you will. So I'm sharing the link. There it is in the chat once again. White armpits of Prophet Muhammad. Sahih Bukhari, Hadith 1001. I'm sorry, 1031. Narrated Anas bin Malik, the Prophet never raised his hands for any invocation except for that of istisqa, and he used to raise them so much that the whiteness of his armpits became visible. You have the word for whiteness, bayadu here in red, and the word for armpits, itbaihi in green. Straight from the book, English translation on the left, Arabic text on the right. Let me share the link. It's in the chat. White legs of Prophet Muhammad. Sahih Muslim, Hadith 1119 or 249 or 503. Those three references are straight from the book, as you can see here on the top left corner. Al bin Abi Juhayfa narrated that his father said, I came to the Prophet in Makkah, but he was in Al-Abtar, in a tent of red leather. Bilal came out with his wood water, and those who got some wiped themselves with it. Then the Prophet came out, wearing a red hula. It is as if I can see the whiteness of his sheens. You have the word for whiteness, bayadi, and the word for sheens, sakaihi, in green. Once again, from the book, the Arabic text on the right and the English translation on the left. So I will share this link in the chat. We are almost done with those quotes. Oh, that's fine. Now, just the extra, just the extra. We are told that Muhammad sold two black slaves for one slave. For one slave. This is Sahih Muslim, Hadith 1602. I'm sharing the link right now. From a Sahih Hadith. Sahih Muslim Hadith 1602. It was narrated that Jabir said, a slave came and swore allegiance to the Prophet, pledging to emigrate, and he did not realize that he was a slave. Then his master came looking for him. The Prophet said, sell him to me, and he bought him for two black slaves. Then after that, he did not accept the oath of allegiance of anyone until he asked, is he a slave? You have the English translation on the left and the Arabic text on the right. And I have shared the link already. So far, what we have gone through is Muhammad described as a white man. Muhammad described as white, the white cheek of Prophet Muhammad, white complexion, or Muhammad being white, the white thigh of Prophet Muhammad, the white abdomen of Prophet Muhammad, the white arms of Prophet Muhammad, the white armpits of Prophet Muhammad, the white legs of Prophet Muhammad. Rosy complexion is up to debate. That's why I did not mention it, but it is there on this article. And finally, we are told that Muhammad was not brown. So we have 9 quotes from reliable Sahih Hadith that tells us of the whiteness of Muhammad, and even one quote when we are told specifically that he was not brown. He was not even brown. So now I'm sharing the invite link. Invite link. Feel free. Let me go through the comments. Asiatic Blackman 19 wrote, oh, let me show the comments anyway. Let me show the comments. So we have inspired one in the place to be. Divine Empress, Takia Shagil Clinton Henderson, Asiatic Black Man, Fo. Asiatic Black Man wrote he was its poetic language. White speaks to his character, not skin color. One of spotless character. What is amazing with this claim here, and Asiatic Black Man did not come up with it, some other people have tried to give that explanation. If it is not speaking of his skin color, how come then we are told of the white cheek of Prophet Muhammad? Because Asiatic Black Man wrote one of spotless character. Is there any such thing as the spotless character of a cheek? Is there any such thing as the spotless character of an arm, of some armpits, of some stomach? I don't think so. Does a cheek have a character? Does an arm have a character? Does an armpit have a character? Does a leg have a character? Teresa Smith wrote, "True, Islam with Ma'at, but when Muhammad arrives along with moon, things go awry. Laya isn't the place to be." Teresa Smith wrote, "Buddha, Genghis Khan would also have been white. The Adamu race, all male, white, 10 feet, incapable of producing daughters. O blood group. So the seed isn't the place to be." And the rest are the quotes. I'm talking about the chat that I have shared. I'm done with the quotes. I've made the demonstration. I heard that it beats conversation, but yet you have people who travel around and give lectures and get paid and sell books and DVDs and get paid just only for lecturing. They get invited in different radio broadcasts, different channels to talk about some Black Prophet Muhammad. I'm pretty sure that that has not been brought to them. I did not make up those sources. I did not come up with it. Blaya wrote, maybe he was multi-body racial, lol, black face with a white body, or maybe he was bleaching. And really, who would think that Muhammad could have a white face, white cheek, white arm, white armpit, white stomach, white thigh, white jeans, but yet be black? Nobody's going to say that he was multicolored. I don't think they will try that. I really doubt it. So, brothers and sisters, what should we do now? Should we cut it a day, or does someone want to join the conversation? Let me know. Let me know. What should we do? Should we wrap this up? Does someone want to come in? For those who don't know, understand that no matter what the topic or the title of the live stream is, you are free to talk about anything you want. You are free to ask any question you want. You are free to express yourself whether you agree or disagree. It's totally fine. The mic is yours, the floor is yours. And on the bottom of the screen, you can see a message that says support my trip to several museums, and you have the PayPal me address. Let me see if I can see it. Yes, that is indeed because I'm planning on going to several museums in one trip, but it takes resources. So if you feel like donating, it will be greatly helpful and greatly appreciated. So, brothers and sisters, it looks like it's going to be a short one today. Nobody wants to call? I don't know if there was something in the news that I wanted to address. But yeah, it slipped my mind, I guess. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you know that I like the participation. So I would rather someone call in. I went through all those quotes. But it's fine if nobody wants to holler. It's Friday and maybe people went partying, went to have some fun, which is good after a long week of work. You might want to see some friends or see some family. It's all good. So the C wrote vitiligo. Some people might try to attempt that claim. They claim about damn near everything. Well, I'll wait a few more minutes. It's been 42 minutes that we've been live streaming. I'll see you by 45 minutes. And if there's nobody, then I guess we'll call it a day and wrap this up. Yesterday's live stream was about 3 hours long. I had a nice convo with Inspired One, Sow the Seed, and brother Darius that I kept calling Duma until I realized it wasn't Duma. A very nice conversation yesterday. I really appreciated that. Let's move into the 21st century and use this tool. If you have a webcam, if you have a microphone, then let's use this tool. Let's use this technology. I don't mind reading the comments, but I will not read the comments forever when it's much quicker to talk directly. But you have some ammunitions when you are dealing with those people who claim that Black Prophet Muhammad hoax. That hoax has been going for quite a few years. Maybe some of those things went over your head, but you have the key elements, which are the words, the Arabic words and their translation. So from there, people will not freestyle on you. They will not confuse you. But when I'm saying that, I don't expect you to go on any campaign in order to break down those things. But this is for clarity's sake. And many of you have heard me mentioning those things for quite some time. And now you have a clear view of what it is, of what I've been talking about. So it's been 44 minutes now. That's fine. People are shy or unavailable. It's all good. But for those who are there today, thank you for your presence. I appreciate that. It's a good look. Thank you for the likes. I cannot see the likes on here, so I have to go on the actual. Was it 8 likes so far? Not many. And thank you for all the support and all the message of appreciation. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will definitely holler back at you later. Hotep.